Sure.
And the death of George Floyd sparking new conversations about racism in America. One Navy veteran writing a very powerful op-ed describing his own experiences with racial injustice. He writes in part, "When in uniform, I am thanked for my service. When I'm in a suit, I'm treated respectfully as I walk into a store or restaurant, a customer worthy of gracious attention. But catch me on a weekend, 2 days behind on a shave and wearing a hoodie, and I am now a threat." The author of that piece, Jeremy Butler, joins me now. He's the CEO of the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. Jeremy, thank you. One of the things I read in your piece that I wanted to have you describe for people is that anger and despair has been building for years.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the things I was trying to get across in the piece is that I think a lot of people out there see these incidents that we've been watching throughout the country, everything from obviously the killing of George Floyd, the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, for those that saw the incident that took place in Central Park, literally about a 5-10 minute walk from where I live, where a woman called the police on a bird watcher. All of these are not isolated, unique incidents. These aren't the results of a few bad apples. This is part of a systemic, unchecked, systematic system of racism that we have in this country that we've always had. And so the reason I decided to write the piece is because I was just really getting frustrated by what I saw as attempts of people to continue to discredit things like the Black Lives Matter movement, things like people out there protesting to really change a system that in many ways is fundamentally flawed and requires not just a few of us to rise up and talk about these problems, but really the entire country to understand that there's an issue and to make major change.
You also say that you love America and you are patriotic and you want to continue to help make it a better place. I'll give you a last word on that.
Yeah, thank you. And I think that's another thing that just gets overcharged. People say, if you're kneeling during the national anthem, you're not patriotic. You're not supporting the veterans. You're not supporting the military. And I am here to say that's absolutely false. I'm as much a patriot, as much of a lover of this country, but I know and I recognize that there's a lot of issues in this country that don't just stop with race. It starts with education. It starts with healthcare. There are so many areas in which we need to make real change in this country, and we all need to, at a minimum, recognize that there's a problem before we're really going to be able to solve the problems.
Jeremy Butler, I appreciated reading your words, and thank you so much for coming on the show, and thank you for your service, too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.